It's just that easy. Redid it. 40 gamer score. We're a gamer. First try. Please tell me the guy. Oh, it follows us. Oh, yes. Very beautiful outside. Oh my gosh, it's so breathtaking. Run away. The Oblivion Remastered is finally here after being edged for months that it would be released within 48 hours. It was actually announced and released by Bethesda. Now, I know what you're thinking to yourselves. Jake, is this better than the 6th remaster of Skyrim? And to that I say, it could be a bit of a close-up depending on if Skyrim needed a 6th or 7th remake or if Oblivion needed one. And I'm here to tell you, happy to tell you, that the Oblivion Remaster is absolutely fantastic, but I honestly feel like that really wasn't that hard to do. We're going to break that down in today's video in this kind of early game opinions, thoughts, and is it worth it if you wanted to jump back into Oblivion. And some important considerations right off the bat is obviously price, because that's a big consideration for any person who wants to get a game. It's $49.99 normally. However, it is free on the Xbox Game Pass, and there is a deluxe edition. And a lot of people seem to be getting these wrong as to what the difference between the deluxe edition and the normal edition is. Now, the normal edition has everything that was included in the base game of Oblivion. So, you got your horse armor, you got yourself the Shivering Isles. I know we had to open with that. We had Shivering Isles DLC, we had the Knights of the Nine DLC. All of that is in the base game version of the game, which again is free on Xbox or $49.99. Now, the deluxe edition for $10 more gives you obviously the base game. It also gives you some armor, weapons, and some additional horse armor. So this is not your grandma's horse armor. This is brand new horse armor that you can unlock for just a small fee. God, it feels good to be back. And you also get a art book and soundtrack digital upgrade as well too. So that's pretty cool. Important to note though is that these deluxe additional content actually gives you access to some new quests to unlock them. So that's an important thing to note, is there technically are some new quests in and amongst the deluxe content. It's not something that they just give you on a new character. You have to do a short quest to get these items. So technically, a couple new quests, the art book, the soundtrack, as well as the base game if you were to get the $60 edition. I generally am just recommending that people get the $49.99 edition, especially if you have the Xbox Game Pass. Just get that bad boy for free. And then if you want to get it in the future, you're certainly able to do so. But Oblivion is a game with hundreds of hours of quest content and so much to see and do. The enemy variety is great. The dungeon variety is great. There's so much to talk about for Oblivion, especially because the majority of you watching this probably only have ever played Skyrim. And I'll be honest, I think Oblivion is better than Skyrim. It's got better dungeon variety, better enemy variety, better spell crafting, better weapons, better combat. I understand that in the story, you're not some John Dragonborn who just gets to run around and slaughter things easily. In fact, in the starter area of Oblivion, you really do feel like just some Joe Schmo who's getting their ass beat by rats as well as goblins. Now, thankfully, it was not just the graphics that were updated. They did also kind of refine the level up system as well. Those of you who played the original Oblivion, it actually could be a bit of a punishment to level up, especially if you were leveling up the wrong attributes. Yes, bunny hopping your way to all major cities would give you tons of experience. But now what'll happen is that you will gain access to traditional attributes that you can put into traditional things without having to feel like you need to level up things equivalently, or the enemies around you would become significantly more dangerous, and the only skill you've learned is how to bunny hop over a wall, which could come in handy, granted, but you're not going to be killing things very easily. Although, thankfully, the hardest difficulty really does make it feel like you are just some dude who was wound up out of prison and is being attacked by mythical creatures. But that does not take away from all the cool quests as well as quest items that you can get. These items are going to be exceptionally powerful, and I love the fact that weapons, powers, armors, spells are significantly more important and they feel more impactful in Oblivion. And I think it's just down to the fact that, hey, you're just a dude. So by wielding a Daedric artifact, you finally now stand a chance from all these freaking mud crabs that are the size of your cankles. And because of that, you're able to actually feel like your character is leveling up with you and you're able to accomplish more and more things. Because guess what? You're going to have to pony up and save the world. And that's going to require some side quests to be completed, unless you're playing on cupcake difficulty. because you have to actually go into the guy who's invading you's plane of existence and basically break his little orbs to halt his invasion. It's a little bit difficult to do when you can barely make it out of the tutorial area. But not just that though, even everything from all of the Fighter's Guild to the Mage's Guild, even to the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood quest lines are phenomenal. There's a reason why people compare them to Skyrim's Mage's Quest and Fighter's Guild quests and all the other guild lines, but I will tell you right now, the Thieves Guild takes the cake. I don't want to spoil too much for those of you who didn't get to do it in the Oblivion game, but the Oblivion Thieves Guild questline is absolutely fantastic, and it's definitely worth doing. Same with the Dark Brotherhood as well as the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild. And the Mages Guild definitely is better than ESOs. You don't have to go pick up 50,000 skill books, but you do have to do a whole bunch of side quests in a whole bunch of different towns. But they're a little bit more whimsical and it makes it better. And that's not really the vibe of Oblivion versus Skyrim. There's a lot more whimsicalness to Oblivion than there is to Skyrim. And I think it's just down to a difference in tone. It is slight. It's not like you've, entered the Fallout universe where everything is over the top whimsical. But I will tell you that there is a little bit more fun with some of the side quests, like being sucked into a painting, for example. There are just so many cool moments that you're going to think, wow, this is a lot more unique and interesting. And that's not to throw any shade at Skyrim. Skyrim is a 10 out of 10, fantastic, sets the standard of time, deserves 50,000 remakes. But you start to notice that there's definitely a pattern with the quests, with the dungeons. You see similar things. Oh, we're back. However, it's not exactly perfect because the Oblivion Remaster requires the bones of a fantastic game to be the way that it is. So if you've already played and beat Oblivion like I have 1,000 times with the entire catalog of achievements already completed, are you going to enjoy the remaster? And I think there could be a little bit of it depends here. If you've really wanted a reason to jump back into Oblivion and you're financially okay dropping $49.99, or you have the Game Pass, I think this is a fantastic opportunity for you to enjoy so. But if you feel like you've completed Oblivion, which is how I view Skyrim and its 1,000 remasters, is I feel like I've completed Skyrim. I've Skyrimmed it. I'm good. I've done all the quests. I've done everything. I've seen all the alternative dialogue, and I see the YouTube shorts where it's like, did you know if you did this, this, and this, you get this secret line of dialogue? I've seen them all. But Oblivion, I have not done, and I have not seen all the little things, because even though I've completed and done every achievement, it's been so long, and every time I try to jump back into Oblivion, the graphics, were a little bit of a turnoff. So now I have a reason to jump back into it, to see things that I've not seen for 5, 10, 15 years at this point. And to me, that is a fantastic reason to jump back into this game. But really, this remaster is geared towards people who have only played Skyrim or for some reason played Morrowind, skipped Oblivion, and jumped into Skyrim. This is for you because you will enjoy the quest elements. You will enjoy the magic. You will enjoy the artifacts, the weapons, the side quests, the main story quests. They're all absolutely fantastic. They were really just held back by the graphics because going from Skyrim to Oblivion, it just felt hard to do. It felt like you developed cataracts and you needed to get those removed by a surgeon. And guess what? Now they are removed. In fact, now Oblivion looks better than Skyrim. And I officially have hope that The Elder Scrolls 6 will not look like it was made in a microwave, because this is absolutely fantastic. And I hope that they keep this same engine, and I hope that they build a good spine for Elder Scrolls 6. But thankfully, Oblivion already had a great spine to it. So by remastering it, updating the features, updating the leveling, updating the graphics, unfortunately not changing lockpicking and any of its jank, they have created the perfect Oblivion experience that will take you back all the way to its original release, but with updated graphics and features that make it worth playing in 2025. So it's hard to give a rating. What do you grade Oblivion? Well, a 10 out of 10? Oblivion all the way back 15 years ago, plus years ago, would be a 10 out of 10. So to give it a 10 out of 10 again would feel a little bit redundant. That's why I gave you a little bit of a breakdown. It's perfect for you if you've only ever played Skyrim or you haven't played Oblivion and you want a fantastic RPG to jump into with great combat, great music, absolutely fantastic side quests, main story missions, and everything we discussed. It is for you. Now, if you played Oblivion and you wanted more Oblivion, or you wanted to jump back into Oblivion, or you tried to and the graphics and the jank was just a little bit too much, this is also perfect for you. Or if you're just a generic RPG fan who's never played Skyrim, because you're like, ooh, it's been remastered 7 times, maybe I'll just wait for the 10th remaster edition before I jump into it. This is the perfect remaster for you to jump into. It has great RPG elements that you will enjoy without having any experience in the actual world of the Elder Scrolls. You will also love it as well. So I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10 rating. I'm just going to give you that spiel because I think that's what helps describe if this is something that's good for you. And again, if you do have the Game Pass, it is free. If not, $49.99 is the recommendation that I would give to you. You could get the deluxe edition. Hopefully they sell it at stores. I didn't see any in stores when I went to my local GameStop because I would love to have a physical copy of the art book and soundtrack if that's something that's going to be offered. But if not, definitely the base game remaster is perfect with all of the original DLCs. Your horse armor will be there, don't you worry. You'll also have access to the houses as well as all of the cool actual expansions such as Shivering Isles and Knights of the Nine. So that is where I will leave you. Are you going to be playing the Oblivion Remastered? And I'll catch you guys later. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jakeclips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.
We're going to need to change the expression downvoted into oblivion to upvoted into oblivion.